Friends, today I am going to explain how to use Google Forms. Google Forms is a tool that allows collecting information from users via personalized survey or quiz. The information is then collected and automatically connected to a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet is occupied with the survey and quiz responses. In recent years, the Google Form package has undergone several updates. If you want to manage a event registration, or you want to switch up a quick poll, or you want to collect email addresses for a newsletter, or you want to create a quiz, and much more can be done with this Google Forms. Survey with your own style can be created using your own photos, logos, and you can able to pick just the right colors to complete your own unique Google Forms, or you can set default themes also with this Google Forms in Gmail, that is in Google. Questions and answers from a bunch of question options, from multiple choices to drop downs to a linear scale, can be created in your own way. You can add images and YouTube videos, or you can go with page splitting or question skip logics in Google Forms. Actually, Google Forms are responsive, which means it's easy and beautiful to make, edit, and respond to forms on screens like big and small. Responses to your surveys are neatly and automatically collected in Google Forms with real-time response and stats. You can take your data further by viewing it all in Excel sheets in offline also. Get started now to build your first survey in Google Forms. Now in Google search engine I have typed Google Forms. Once if you get into the first link, it shows the actual Google Form page. Now once you are going inside the Google Form, here this particular page will be displayed, which shows you can able to create a new one as a blank, or other templates have been given here. Accordingly you can able to choose the your own choice of templates, because if you are unable to go with how to create a Google Form is starting, you can go with the template which is already been in Google Form. Now here I am going with a default template to understand you how it is been there. Once I get into that Google template form, actually it is already been template been framed. For example, if you want to change the event name, or here this is what the actual template which is being shown. Now here add-ons will be there. You can add with regard to any of the Google Forms like certificates or any other categories can be included in these add-ons. You can go with customizing themes like colors, changes in the colors of the background or the photos, whatever you can do can be done in this customizing themes. If you want, after completing your Google form, you can able to preview in what way it looks like, and any settings if you want to change means you can go with this particular button. Now after completing your Google form, you can able to send through via email, or copying the address of the Google form, and you can send to different modes of media. Now again these three dots which showing in this page is about more options. Here in this also you can see the add-ons, or you can go with a copy of that Google form, or you can delete it, or you can go with print option, or you can get pre-filled link of this particular Google form, or preferences you want to change, or you can add collaborators. Anything can be done in this button, these three dotted buttons. Now get started with the changes which we can do in the Google form, which already is been a template, but according to our choice we can able to change these Google Forms. For example, I want to change the title of the Google Form. For example, I am keeping it as quiz. Now here again, no, the quiz subject is if I want to give. For example, HRM quiz. Now the details which you want to give in below the quiz, that is maybe no, you want to add your in, that is what type of questions you are going to ask in this HRM quiz means you can add those details, or you just want to cover with the, you don't want to give anything regarding this means you can leave it, right? Here next the question starts. It is already been a template, we are using the same template. Here if you want to edit this question, because I don't want to keep this question, I want to edit means you can go with this 6 dots which is shown here. Now I want to change the question according to my choice of HRM. Here I am changing as full name of HRM. Now question is being changed by me. Now the option which I am going to give as human record management. Now the already the question has been selected with the multiple choice, or you want to go with check boxes means here round, instead of round options it will become with the check boxes. For example, if I click this, check boxes will be shown. Or I want to go with an answer, short answer, or I want to go with a paragraph. Accordingly we can able to select this type of options which we are giving. Now I am changing it other option as human resources management. Next I am showing it as other option I want to add. Now once if you click with the other option, it will show like that, and you can add as many options you want. Human, maybe no, I will change the option as manpower. Now according to the choice you want to give in the question, you can able to give. Or for example, no, I want to add a picture. Here the picture is being shown. Add image to that particular option. Or if you want to add an image means that also can be done in this Google Forms. And now I'm not adding anything to this option. Here when you are typing or editing the question means here one box will be shown. That box talks about adding a question. For example, after this I want to add a question means I can go directly to this, or from the question which is been given also I can edit. Now I have taken the template of already which is been given. uh, it is not showing it is been showing like this. If you are going with a blank form questions means you can see with the starting itself of this particular box. Now I am adding a question, or you want to import questions which you already been typed in other Google form means you can import those questions to the particular question, this particular Google form which you are doing now. Now if you want to give a title and description to the question also, for example, this question is related to introduction of HRM means I can add the title to that title and description to that question, otherwise not required. I want to add an image, or I want to add a video, or I want to split that particular questions means I can add with this section. Like this you can able to go with the options of checking. Now uh, here the shown description, response, validation, shuffling option also can be done according to the question you are giving regarding the respondent. Now I am not changing anything here. Now I am clicking it. Now when you want to go with the next question, Now again no, the default template I am changing as write about HRM. Now here when I'm going with this particular option, it is automatically default it is showing as a paragraph. If you want to change also, it is helping us to the choice which it is been given. That is the Google form is giving a choice of how to change the question. That is according to the question, the parallel question options also been given. But you want to change the paragraph into multiple choice, or you want to change the paragraph into question into a short answer, accordingly you can able to change it. Now I am keeping it as a paragraph itself. Now you can move on to the next question. Then how did you hear about this event? Now this is a default template question which is being given. Now I want to change this. Now functions of HRM is the question I want to ask. Now, in this again, no, as I said, checkbox or drop down options, whatever it be, you can able to change it. For example, these questions I am deleting and I am making it as my own questions. Then accordingly, you can able to do that. First option is operative. Next, I'm adding the question of operative functions, managerial functions. Next, I'm adding the option of both. Now, after adding, automatically it is showing this. Now, this question I don't want to add in my questionnaire, that is in my Google form, means I can able to delete it. For example, these two questions are the introduction part of my Google form. Now I want to go with the next page, means then I can go with the add section. Now, after adding a new section, it is showing like this. After section 1, you want to go with the continuation of the next section, means it default it will be showing. If you want to change anything, means example in a registration form, personal information will be collected, then you will go with the questions. Accordingly, it can be set like with the subsections. You can continue with the subsection. Now, if you want to change with the title of section, subsection means now I am depth of, for example, functions of HRM. Within this, I am going to ask a question, means you can give the description about it, or otherwise you can go with the continuation. For example, now I have added a new section. I cannot go with the nothing questions is being given. Now I am going to add a question. Now a new box is being arrived, and within this you want to add the questions. For example, list the managerial functions of HRM. Here, when I type the question, it automatically giving the option of which type of question you want to. It is giving drop down, or I want to change the drop down into multiple choices. Means I can able to choose that multiple choices. Or if I want to go with the drop down, means you can go. Or you want to go with short answer, means you can go. You want to go with paragraph, means you can go. Now I am giving a paragraph question and I am continuing. Now I am adding other question. Briefly explain about HRM. Now, after typing itself, automatically the question type is being shown here. It is a default changes which Google Form itself will do. No need of going with the we have an idea what type of question it is when we are typing. Now automatically paragraph is been coming, and then we can do that. Now if I want to go with the customizing themes, for example, the colors which I am choosing, for example, no, here the background theme color is being chosen red, it is brown, if it is violet or blue, whatever the choices you want, you can able to select this. Here the theme which I have selected is been the header. If you don't want means you can delete. Now I am keeping as it is. Background colors, for example, here default only three light colors is being given. Some more light colors you want to keep, within these three colors you can keep it, or if you want to go with white also you can go. Font style also you can able to choose. For example, here formal font colors means basic colors, basic font styles can be chosen. This is what the theme, customizing themes. Now I want to see the preview, that is how my questions will look like. For example, this is what the preview of my questions. Now here it is showing next option, which means I have added a subsection to my Google form. Because of that it is showing that. Now if I go to the next option, it is showing we have to fill it up. Why? Because in a preview option, whatever you are going to see has to be filled up. For example, it is now I am filling up the questions. For example, I filled up the question. Then if I go to the next option, it will show this subsection of the Google form. Now I have added these two questions in my subsection. Now this is what the questions which I created, which shows as a preview. If I submit here, automatically take it as this is what the end of the Google form which you created. Now I am not going with the submission option, just I am going with the edit. That is, after previewing, you will get an idea about how this Google form looks like and how the respondent is going to fill up. Now if I go with this edit this form means changes you made may not be saved. Okay, why? Because I have given the answers, no, for that reason it is asking for changes you made may not be saved. I'm keeping it as leave. Now again I will come with the same edit option page. Again, if you want to go with any changes according to the preview which you have come across, you can do that. Otherwise, you want to go with the settings. Example, settings option, no, during the circulation of Google Forms, you want to collect the email addresses of the respondent. If I click this particular option means automatically you can able to collect the email addresses of the respondents. Then here require sign in will be limited to only one respondent. Respondents will be required to sign in to the Google account, then only they can able to fill it up the Google form in. That option also can be clicked. Then respondents can edit after submit means if I click with this, they can able to edit after submission also. Now I am not doing that. Why? Because I don't want the respondent to edit after submitting. If he wants to with the summary charts and text responses means, then you can click with that. That means you can able to see whatever he have given in the Google form means, then summary can be selected. If you don't want means you can deselect it. Now presentation regarding the progress bar or shuffling the questions to the respondent, that also can be listed in the Google form when the respondent is filling up. Now confirmation message after filling up while submitting, this is what the message you generally get. This also can be edited when you want to change the wordings of the confirmation message. Now here quizzes. Now whether I want to make this Google form as a quiz means, I can go with a make this as quiz. Here when I that make make this as a quiz, immediately it will show the release grade. Within release grade, immediately after each submission you want to go with the grades means it automatically grades will be released, or later on manually want to give also you can give with that. Or if the respondent can see the missed questions, correct answers, point values means that also you can able to check with that. This is what the options you can see if you are converting a Google form into a quiz. Now I am giving the same option. Now after doing all these things, if I send, one new will arrive, that is send these forms through email means I can give the email addresses of the respondents here, or you don't know the email addresses of the respondents means you can go with the option of link, or you can go with the embedded HTML format also. Now if I want to go with a link, this particular link is been very large in size. Now I want to shorten the URL. Then if I click this one, the URL will be shortened, and accordingly you can copy it and you can send it this link to as many people in the form of WhatsApp or messages or whatever you are comfortable with. So after copying this link, it is automatically whatever the changes you are doing will be done in that, and it will be saved in your drive itself. Now for example, I am sending this link to any person. For example, that person, according to the respondents you are sending means automatically you will get this in the response option. As we created the questions, it will be shown here in responses. Once the responses is being filled up, will be getting that responses. Once if you close this accepting responses means the respondent, whoever clicking the link which you are been sending via other type of modes means this accepting responses, once it is off, we cannot able to get the responses. The message will automatically will display like you cannot reply to this particular link, or you cannot fill it up with the Google form. You can ask with the admin like that. Uh, in which case it comes means when you are going with the off of this accepting responses. When I click with the accepting responses only, I can able to get the options. For example, I will show you how Gmail responses will be getting in this. For example, I'm sending this Google form to myself. For example, this is being sent. Now I'm sending to a respondent, and this respondent is going to click the link and he is going to open the page. Now the quiz page is being opened. I'm going to this email address I have clicked in the settings option, it is automatically coming. Now once if I click with this option, it is automatically shows the Google form questions which I have been edited and framed. Now I am filling up these questions. To understand you how the response page will look like, I am doing this. For example, now I have filled up these questions. Now I am giving submit option. Now once I submitted, thank you for your response, view score. Here score is not being given by me when I am typing the question. Because of that, the total points is not being shown here. If I give the score to that particular questions means it will be automatically will come. Now after filling up, now when I go with the page of Google Forms, see response 1. Now I can see who is the person is being filled up. As you are able to see, my email address is being shown. This is what the response page, which I can, as a creator, I can able to see the responses, what are the answers given, and accordingly I can able to see the summary of the questions according to the answers we have been given. For example, for each and every question, what are the options is being given, what response it is being given, all these things can be shown in the response page. Now once if I click this accepting responses means nothing acceptance can be getting to the respondents when they are going with the link. This is what the brief summary of Google Forms. If you want any clarifications regarding this means you can ask me in the comment section. I can able to explain you. In some other video, I will explain you how to keep the points or the score to the quiz, and how to add the certificate to a quiz also can be explained in my next video. Thank you for watching my video.